Okay, so if you're paying far too much for your website, your funnels, your domain names, your online courses, then I've got an incredible product to show you. Okay, we're going to be looking at an all-in-one system called System.io. If you're new to System.io, you've already got an account and you're struggling to build your first funnel, then please sit with me because I'm about to work this through with you. And if you join in and you want to leave a comment, if you want to guide me as to which way you want the page to look, then please don't hesitate to do that. But what we'll do is we'll start building our funnel. Now our funnel, we're going to have a look at a funnel where we're going to do a 5-day podcasting challenge. Okay, so that's where we're going to be building our funnel. Let me bring you over to System.io, and we'll talk about System.io shortly, but let's build our first funnel. Okay, so we go to create, and then what we're going to do is we're going to create our funnel called the 5-day podcasting challenge. Okay, I'm going to set it up on my System.io domain, but I will be connecting it to my own domain after I've built the funnel. I have a choice as to whether to build an audience, to sell a product, to create a custom funnel from scratch, or to run an evergreen webinar. I'm going to build an audience, okay, and then I'm going to click save. There is my 5-day podcasting challenge, okay, and now you can see that we have a whole range of templates to choose from. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose any template, because what I'm then going to do is I'm going to edit the page and I am going to delete everything on the page so that we can build the page from scratch. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go over to page settings and we're going to set our settings. So I want to use the font Railway. I'm quite happy for the font type to be regular. I'm happy with the font size being 20. Okay, and again what I want is for my headings, I want that to be Railway as well. Okay, and then we can choose the background color. I'm quite happy with a white background color. I can set the search engine optimization element, so I can title my squeeze page, I can create a description, I can put in keywords, I can create a social media image, and I can create Facebook events if I want to send ads to this page. Okay, but the first thing that we've done is we've created our page settings. Now what you'll notice is that when I click on this button, okay, when it says drag and drop your first element here, okay, what we have then is the ability to build our page from scratch. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a section. You'll see that it comes in sections and then rows, and when we add an element, whether that's a media element or a text element, then that will be the element itself, and we can change the format of that too. The first thing I like to do is I like always to remove all the margins and all the padding from either the section, the row, or the element itself. Okay, what we're then going to do is we're then going to change the content width down to medium. Okay, what we want to do is we want to create a background color. Now in my case I use this gold color. Okay, and then what I want to do then is I want to add a row, and in that row I want my heading text. Now this is going to be a pre-headline, so what we're doing is we're looking at a heading 3. Okay, and I'm just going to put pre-headline in that box for now. Okay, and so what we'll do is we'll perhaps make that bold. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add another section, and in that section again what we're going to do is we're going to remove all the top, bottom and left and right padding. But what we're then going to do is we're going to make the background color of that, we're going to make it black. Okay, then what we need to do is we need then to add another row. Okay, let's add a row and then let's add some heading text. Okay, now what I'd like to do here is I would like to, thinking about it, I want to put in a countdown timer. So I'm going to delete that and then I'm going to add a countdown timer. So let's add a countdown timer. Okay, I'm happy with the background color, but now what I can do is I can set the date. So today's date is the 30th, so it's Tuesday, so next Tuesday is the 6th of February. I want the challenge to happen at 8 o'clock in the evening. Okay, so there we go. And then what do I want to do when the countdown expires? I don't want it to do anything at all, but I do want the time in gold and I want the label in gold. Okay, and then what I want to do is lift up the headline until it's about 40. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to create another section. Okay, and then let's add that section. You see where you've got a dark blue line, it's going to drop in underneath there. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the top, the bottom and the left and right padding. Again, we're going to change the content width to medium. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're now going to add a headline and a sub headline. So if we click in there and add a row, and then we'll add a headline text, which is going to be a headline 1. Okay, we want it to be bold. Okay, we want it to be 40, which is good. Okay, and then what we want to do here is we want that to be black, which is fine. Let's make sure then that what we're then going to do is we're going to add another section. And in that section, what we're then going to do is add another row. Okay, and we're going to add another headline text. Okay, and this time that heading text is going to be an H2. Okay, it's going to be in italic. Okay, and then what we want to do, we'll put it in bold, but then what we want is we want that one to be black as well, so that's all good. But we can see here that we've got lots of spacing issues. Okay, what we'll do is we'll come back and revisit that. Let's add another section. Okay, this time with this section we're going to add a row, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 columns. Okay, so let's go back to the section. Let's make it medium width. Let's get rid of the padding from the top, the bottom and the left. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to add my picture in here. So I'm going to add an image. Okay, and in that image what we're going to do is I am going to add me in. Okay, and then I want to create then a headline in here. Okay, and we can bring the row over. Okay, but then also what I want to do is I now want to bring in a bulleted list. So let's bring in the bulleted list. Okay, and then I want to bring in my form input. There's a form input, and on that form input I want to collect a first name. So there it says first name. I'm more than happy with that. And then what I need to do is I then need to add in a second form input. In that second form input, what we're going to do is we're going to change that to email. Okay, and then what we need is we need a button. Okay, so we're going to add the button and we're going to make it underneath. Okay, we're going to change the settings of that. Okay, we will just call this button, because what we're going to do is we're going to build the page shortly. Okay, subtext here, we don't need that. Okay, and then what I would like to do is I'd like to make it the gold background color. Okay, let me have a quick look at that. Font size is all good, background color is all good. Okay, happy with the padding. Let's take that padding out, we can always change that. Let's make that 20. And we'll make the bottom 20, and left and right we'll make 20. Quite happy with that. And then rounded corners, what we will do is that we will make them 18. Okay, let me just do this one, and then 18, and then this one 18, and this one 18. Okay, we don't need a shadow on it. So what we'll do, take the shadow from there, no shadow, we'll make that transparent. Okay, that's it. And then all we need to do then is we need to start adjusting things, but I am going to add a master block at the bottom. Okay, and this is, we come out of there, go to elements, go to blocks, and we'll go to page footers, and then we'll add this at the bottom. Okay, and then I don't need any of this information in here. I'd like my logo in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my logo. So let's go in here, and then I've got a little dove, and then I can change that image size. Okay, and then where it comes to store and library, all I've got to do is click on the settings tabs. Okay, and I can change that. Change that, and then this was built in 2024, and it's built by myself, so Mike Griffin Live. Okay, and then what I need to do, margin. Okay, that's all good, that's all good. Do that one, and then this one here, by the look of it I need a bottom margin, so I can take that down and put that just there. Okay, so if we've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask the questions that you have in the chat box. I can see here all the comments that are coming through. Okay, so what I need to do now is I need to start making some changes. So the sections, we've got no padding in the sections. Where it comes to the rows, okay, let's click on the row. Okay, and we can see that we have a 10 padding, which I'm happy about. And then we've got another section here, so let's just take that down. Again, remove the top, the bottom, and the left and right padding. Okay, and then what we can do here is we can remove the padding here. So let's do that and remove the bottom. Okay, and then what we'll do is we will add a large call to action headline there. I do need to bring this down again, so let me just do this one. And again, do that bottom. And then let's add another section in here. Okay, add another section, and then we will keep that as white. But again, what we'll do is we'll remove the top and bottom padding. Okay, so that deals with that one. We don't need the row. Okay, and then all I need to do here now is to create a bottom margin. Okay, and there we go. Right, so let's have a look and see what this looks like on mobile. Okay, so what we can do here, if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me a question in the comments. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to go back and now start creating the copy. But what I want to do, let me just make sure that that's okay. I think what I want to do is I want to copy that row. Let me just get this done first. So what we do is we go over here. So this is the row. Again, what we want is we want it to be on the 6th. We want it to be at 8 p.m. The font size, let's move that up to 30. And then we'll make the time color, we'll make that gold. And we'll make the label color gold. Okay, the large call to action headline is an H1. It's in bold. Okay, and then let's just make sure from a padding perspective, let's just go and check the sections. Okay, there it is. There's the section, and then I'm okay with that padding. Let's move it to 10. And we'll make this 10. Okay. And then what we need to do with this picture is we need to give this a margin. We'll give this a margin of 10. Okay, so there's a margin of 10. Okay, what we need to do also here is with this section. Okay, what we'll do is we'll need to give this a bottom margin of 0, and then we'll give this one a bottom margin of 0. Section here, bottom of 0. Okay, and let's have a look at this button. Okay, we'll make sure that that's a fluid button. In fairness, I think I quite like it full width, so we'll make it full width. We will make sure that that has a that. We'll make sure that this has an image size of 40. Let's have a look and see what this looks like now. Okay, so that looks okay, and then we've got the page then for the mobile. Okay, so let's go back. Now what we want to do is we want to go over to ChatGPT just so that we can make a first draft. So let's just do that. So if I put in here, you are a world-class challenge, and I'm going to put content podcasting. You are the author, the creator of a world-class podcasting challenge. What are the demographics of this audience? Let's make that even easier. So what are the demographics, their pain points, their problems, their motivations, their desires, mindset myths, of this audience. Okay, and we'll see what ChatGPT comes up with. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask, as I say. So this is going to give me an idea of the demographics of this audience. I can see that the age range is primarily 25 to 45. Varied backgrounds. There are technical challenges, content creation challenges, audience growth challenges, and monetization challenges. Okay, so when we look at the desires of this audience wants to be recognized and appreciated for their unique gifts in the podcasting community. They want to achieve success. They would like to earn a sustainable income. And what we need to do is we certainly need to look at the myths of it being an overnight success. We need to think about creating a niche focus. But now that we've got the demographics to this audience, what I want to do is I now want to go one step further with ChatGPT. So now that we know this audience, can you give me a pre-headline for this 5-day podcasting challenge, please? Excellent. That's right. Excellent. Can you now write a headline? Let's just put a highly converting headline for this 5-day challenge, please. Excellent. And then the last thing is we now need a subheadline. Can you write this subheadline for the 5-day podcasting challenge? Excellent. Last thing is, can you now give me five curiosity driven bullet point benefits that I can add to the sign up page, please? Excellent. And then the last thing is, what is the most high converting and compelling button text, please? So it says transform my podcasting journey. Okay, so now all we've got to do is let's take this pre-headline, which is Unleash Your Voice, a 5-day podcasting odyssey for passionate creators ready to transform ideas into impactful episodes and thriving shows. Let's go back to the editor, and now we can put this into the pre-headline. Okay, so we can do that, and then again, let's make that bold. Okay, and we'll make that a heading 3. Okay, and then what we've got to then do is we've got to take the headline, and the headline is Master the Art. Now, I won't be leaving these headlines like this. I'll be coming back to these headlines and creating my own headlines, but I just want to get something up on the page and make sure that we're at least creating something of real value. Okay, so then the subheadline, we're just going to take that and we are going to paste this in here. Okay, and then what we need to do with this one is we need to make this a heading 2, and we'll make that in italic. Okay, then we need a large headline. So can you create a opt-in-box headline for this podcasting challenge? Okay, so it gives us an idea, and what we're going to do is I'm going to come back to this, but I just want to get something up. Okay, so let me do that one, and we'll make this a heading 4. Excellent, and we'll make that in gold. got our bullet points. So let's take our bullet points, and then what we can do is just copy and paste them. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate. And then we'll go back to the second one. Okay, and let's take the third one. We'll put network with like-minded creators. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. See what that looks like on mobile. But ideally, we'd like this to be above the fold. So I think what we'll do is we will move this up, and then up, and then we'll move the button up, and then what we'll do is we'll create a bottom margin of 20. Okay, and that's all good. What I do want to do maybe is we'll have a look at the row. And then what we'll do is we'll bring this in. So I quite like that. That's all good. Okay, let's save the changes. If you've got any comments or anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, and then what I do want to do is I want to check it on the mobile. I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. Let me go back, just make sure that all the spacing is exactly where I need it. So there's no margins in there. And then let me just check the rows. There's no margins in there. And then we're going to make that 20. And then bottom we'll make 20. Okay, and then let's go down again through the rows. That's all good. That's all good. Set the content width to medium, as I say. Let's go here. All good with that. Sections. All good. I think what I'd like to do here, sections, rows, margin, that's all good. Okay. And then let me just make sure. So I need these really at size 18. And let's do this one. Make sure that we've got the countdown. We'll have that showing at 30. And then the headline here, we'll have that at 30, and then we will have the sub-headline at 22, and then we will have this ready to catapult your stardom. That's okay, that's good. That's good. What we do need from the button is we do need a margin. So let's just put a very gentle margin in there. Okay, and then we'll give that 10. Okay, so that is the first page built. Okay, then what we'll do is we'll duplicate that page, and then we can create a thank you page. And in that thank you page, we'll just create a message, and then we will create an automation around that. So we save the changes, okay, and then if we want to see what that funnel looks like, we can click on there and we can see what the page looks like. It looks really, really nice. Okay, and so we're going to close that down, and then I'm going to come out. We've saved that. So now what we need to do is we need to create the thank you page. The thank you page, what we're going to do is we are going to select a template for the second one. Let's just make this one easy. We're going to edit the page. We are going to where it comes to the section. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the background color is white, and then the background color here, let me just see, let's go to the page settings, and then we will make sure that the background is white. Okay, and then we'll make sure that the content width is medium. Okay, and then probably what I will do in fairness is let's get rid of everything on this first page. On the page setting, what I'd want to do again is set it to railway. Okay, regular 20, color of links and everything is okay. Background color, we don't need that in there, so let's create the same page. If you've got any comments, anything you're not sure about, please don't hesitate. We don't want Ubuntu, we want railway. Okay, and then we're going to make the text color black. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly the same as we did before. So we're going to create a new section. Okay, and in that new section we're going to take the top and bottom and left and right padding down, make sure that there's nothing there. We're then going to create a background color of gold. Okay, and then what we can do then is we will add black for another section. So let's add another section. Let's again take the padding down. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make the background of that black. Okay, and then what we'll do is we will add a row. Okay, and then we will add the countdown timer in. Okay, and then what we've got to do is we've got to then obviously make sure that it shows the 6th of February. Okay, and it's starting at 8 p.m. Okay, we're going to make sure that the time color is gold, and we need that to be 40. Okay, and that's good, and then we need the label color to be gold. Okay, that's gold as well. Okay, So what we're going to do on this pre-headline is we're going to say thank you for signing up. Please check your email. But what I do want to do now is I obviously want to make sure that we are giving the understanding of exactly what's coming. So let's add another headline text in. Okay, again, let's remove that. Let's make it down to 40, top and bottom, left and right. Okay, we're going to make sure that this now is white. Okay, and we are going to make sure that this is a heading 1, and we're going to make it bold. We're on 40 already. Okay, let's just make that bold. Okay, and we're on way away, which is really good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add another section. Click on that section. We're now going to add in, we're going to just make sure that we take away the top, bottom and left and right padding. Okay, then all we've got to do is to add a row. The row's in there. So now all we've got to do, let's just make sure that the sections, okay, let me just do that, and then let me add in another headline text. Another headline text. What we need to do with that one, okay, is we are going to make that a heading 2. We're going to make it bold, we're going to make it italic, we're going to put speech marks around the outside, and we'll do the same here. Okay, and then what I want to do is add another section. Okay, this time I want to add another row, but I want to add 2 columns. Okay, and the same as I did last time, what I want to do is I want to add a photo of myself. So let me just add an image. Okay, and then let's add that image in. Okay, we've added that. Then what we want to do is we want to add a title here. So let's add a headline text. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add a bulleted list. So we'll add a bulleted list. Then what we'll do is we will add form inputs. Okay, and then form input, and then a button. In fairness, we don't need to add the form input, so what we'll do is we will just do the bullet points here. So this time we can use the same 3 bullet points. Okay, and then all we've got to do then is add the page footer. So what we'll do is we'll go up to blocks and we'll go to page footer and we'll click on that one. Okay, and then again on there we can do a margin and bring that right down. Actually, let me do it another way. So what we'll do is we'll click on this section. Okay, and then what we want to do with that section is we want to create a bottom margin so that that page looks really, really nice. Okay, so all we need to do here now is to take these headlines. So let's take the pre-headline. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll add that one, and then we will add a headline text into there. And then what we need to do is we need to make that a heading 3, and then we need to this section. I need to make it content width medium. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we'll add another section on the top, just so that we can make that black. Again, get rid of the top section. Okay, we'll make it a medium width, and then we will add a background color to that. We will go with black on that one, and then we will add the text. Okay, and the text we will make white. Let me just please. And then white. Let me just pull this down. And we'll make that so that it's white. There we go. So please check your... Well, let's make it nice. Let's say something like you're in. Let's go back and ask ChatGPT what we need to do with that. When someone has signed up to the 5-day challenge, what should the thank you page say? So we'll let ChatGPT to do that. Wonderful. Okay, so now what we've got is we've got our pre-headline that we can take. Okay, we will go back to the editor. We will now enter that. Okay, and then we can get rid of this green section. Okay, and then we'll go back, and now all we've got to do is we have to enter this title. And then back to ChatGPT, and what we'll do is we'll take the first point. Take the first point, add that in. Okay, and then we can take the second. And then the third section. Okay, we can change the icons to gold. And so if we put the icons to gold, we can change the icons to gold. Okay, and then the large action headline, let's go back and put that in. So the highly converting headline, so we can take that. We'll go back here. And then what we will also do is we will make sure that this section it should be a heading 1. we'll go to the row, and then again we'll make that a medium. Okay, and then we've got another heading here. We need another subheadline, so we'll take that, move that in. Okay, and then we will make this a heading 2, and this is in italic. And then what we've got, okay, go back to the row, and then we'll fill that in as medium. Okay, here's what to expect next. Check your email. We've just sent a confirmation email with important details. If you don't see it in your inbox, please check your spam folder. Join the community, connect with fellow podcasters in the exclusive community, share your insights, ask questions. Again, these are only guidelines. I will visit this again, and I'll make sure that I copyright this for myself. Okay, if we have a look, then we can see we need to change the countdown so we know that it's on 8 p.m. and we know that it is on the 6th. We know that we want that to be 30. We want this to be gold, and we want the label color to be gold. Okay, that's all good. Make sure that this is all where we need it to be. That's all good. That's all good. And then the only thing I'd probably do is to give myself a little bit of margin at the top. So let me just pull that down by 10. And then what I do need to do is I need to update the logo. So let me just add the logo in there. And then we know that that's that. And then what I want to do is I want to take that image size down to, let's call it 50. And then what I do need to do is I do need to take everything out of the store, take the menu away because I don't need the menu. Okay, and then this will say 2024. And then this will be okay. And then let's go back to the main menu. So that's all good. What I do want to do here is I do want to remove the padding. So let's remove the padding from top, bottom. And then what we will do here is we will take the image size down to 50. Okay. So that's that. Let's have a quick look. And we're all done. So that is the funnel page and the thank you page. Okay, if you've got any comments or anything, please don't hesitate. And then we just click exit. Now what we need to do is now we need to create the automation rules. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to click on squeeze page. We're going to go to automations. We're going to go to rules. Okay, we're now going to create a couple of rules. So when this happens, what happens? When a funnel step form is subscribed, what funnel? We want that to be the podcasting challenge funnel. Okay, and we want it to happen on the squeeze page. Okay, what action then do I want to take? I want to add a tag. What is the tag? So the tag is 5-day podcasting challenge. Okay, so we create a new podcasting challenge. Okay, and what else then do we want them to do? So what we then also want is we want to subscribe to a campaign. Okay, what is the campaign? Well, we haven't built the campaign yet. So what we're going to do, we're going to cross that one out. We're going to save the rule. Okay, and now we're going to go to emails and campaigns. Okay, what we're going to do is create the campaign, which is the 5-day podcasting challenge. Okay, and we can give it a description if we want, but we call it the 5-day podcasting challenge. We're going to go back to automation, so go to rules, and then we are going to edit this rule. Okay, because now what we want to do is we also now want to add another action, which is subscribe to campaign. And then what we do is I may have to edit this rule. Let me just delete that rule again. Okay, we'll delete the rule and start again. So let's go and create the automation. Let's go to trigger. Let's go to funnel step forms, subscribe, 5-day podcasting challenge. And then we have a squeeze page. What do we want to do? We want to add a tag. What tag do we want? The 5-day podcasting challenge. Okay, and then also what we want is we want to subscribe to campaign. So by the look of it, we've got to create an email first. So if I now say, please write a welcome email to a new sign up for the 5-day podcasting challenge. Okay, so now all we're doing is sending a welcome email. Okay. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to take this and we are going to now copy it into, go to email, go to campaigns. We've got the 5-day challenge. What we're now going to do is we're going to click on it and we're going to create our first email. Okay, that first email is welcome aboard. So let's take that, go to campaign, subject is welcome aboard. Okay, it's going to be sent from my email address. We're going to use the classic editor. Okay, now all we've got to do is now copy all of this information. Tell you what we'll do, we'll take this welcome to the podcasting mastery challenge. Okay, let's go back, and then what we will do is we will let's substitute this. Okay, so we will first name and then we'll copy and paste that, so Command X, and then we will add this into here, and then what we've got then is we can take all of this and this will give us our first email. Okay, so participant's name we can lose. Okay, what we want to do is substitute that there, and then what we will do is that we'll be writing that. We're going to save that. We're going to publish that. This email will be sent after 0. Which email? No days, time when you will activate. That's okay. Now hopefully we should be able to go back to our automations, and in our automations hopefully now we'll be able to create that funnel. So Let's do funnel form steps subscribed, 5-day podcasting challenge on the squeeze page. Let's add in a tag. The tag is 5-day podcasting challenge. Let's then subscribe to a campaign. What is the campaign? And let me make sure that the campaign is live. Settings, 5-day podcasting challenge, edit the campaign, make sure that it's activated. Okay, let me just take this again. Okay, click save. Campaign step has been let me just go back. We'll copy the same. Let's just take that one back to campaigns, and then what we'll do is we will replace that with first name. Okay, change your email footer. We don't need to do any of that. Save and publish. Choose. What I was going to do before sending email. Activate. Okay, now hopefully this now works on the basis. Let me just check and test. A test email has been sent to my private address. So let's just make sure that I've got that one. That's great. Okay, so now I can click save and then exit, and then let's go to automations. Let's try and create this now, because we know that this is all up and running. So okay, we'll go to 5-day podcasting challenge. We'll go to the squeeze page. We will then subscribe to a campaign. That campaign is still not showing up, so maybe it takes a little while for that to happen. Let me just certainly add a tag. Okay, and then we will 5-day podcasting challenge. We'll get rid of that. We'll save the rule. Okay, so anybody now who signs up for the 5-day podcasting challenge, what will happen is that they will get a tag added to them, because System.io works on tags and not lists. Okay, but that's it. So if I now show you how this works, let's go back to our funnel. Let's go to our podcasting challenge. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll go to our squeeze page, and then we'll have a look at the viewing the funnel step. So that's the funnel step. Okay, and it looks really, really nice. Okay, and then I can go on to the second page, which is the thank you download page, and I can view that funnel step. Okay, and so there is the funnel step for that. Okay, and then we've got our automation rules. Let me just see what I can do here. Funnel step subscribed, add rule, page visited. Okay, that's all good. And then what we'll do is we will then save that. It's all good. That's all good. And then let's edit the page and then save changes. And then we'll come out and we'll make sure that we save the second page as well and save changes. Okay, so that's it. So that is System.io. It's absolutely amazing. Took me slightly longer today than I'd like it to have done, but you can see how very, very simple building a funnel is, because obviously what you can do then is you can add steps, and there you'll be able to see that you'll be able to add squeeze pages, opt-in pages, inline forms, pop-up forms, links in bios, sales pages, order forms, upsells, downsells, thank you pages, webinar registration pages, thank you pages, broadcast pages, info pages, contact us pages, blogs. It is absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you System.io. Let's get rid of that one for you. Okay, and you can see here why System.io. It is incredible. So you can see here that what you've got is you've got sales funnels, email marketing, website builders. You can set up your own affiliate program. You've got automations for your business. You can do evergreen webinars, create online courses. You can blog. You can sell products, whether that's digital or whether that is physical products, create sales funnels, send marketing emails, build websites. And it says here that when you create your sales funnels, you replace ClickFunnels, Kajabi, Lead Pages, you replace MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Aweber, you replace WordPress and Kajabi, you replace ClickFunnels for the affiliate systems, replace Thinkific and Teachable. You can automate your marketing. It is absolutely incredible. And if I show you the pricing, this is amazing. So what you've got, $0 a month up to 2,000 contacts. You can have 3 sales funnels, 1 blog. It is unbelievable. I personally am on the startup plan. I pay for it annually, so therefore I get a 30% discount. Okay, but when you consider that I was paying £2,000 a year for my domain names, for my hosting, for my course, WordPress plugins, for my funnel WordPress plugins, by the time that I'd added everything together, and very rarely did they play nicely together, System.io is absolutely amazing. So that's it from me. If you're interested in System.io, you've been paying far too much for ClickFunnels with Aweber and WordPress and all sorts of other softwares. I highly recommend that you get onto System.io. Okay, and all you've got to do to get to System.io is get systemio.live. If you go to getsystemio.live, I may make a few pennies for recommending you, but look, this is an amazing software. So jump on board. It's absolutely fabulous. And that's it from me. Thank you ever so much. Goodbye for now.